Welcome to Beginner's Yoga. This is good sequence for mobility. So to get started, you may want to have a couple of blocks. You can also use books, blankets, or pillows. I will be using a strap for today. You can also use a blanket, a towel, or a sheet. So we'll get started on our back. So find your way onto your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. And make sure your hips, knees, ankles, and feet are all in a line with each other. You want to bend the elbows so that your fingertips are facing up towards the ceiling. Begin by pressing the back of your head firmly into the mat. You want to give yourself a double chin here to protect the spine. So while you're pressing the back of your head down into the ground, start to press your elbows firmly into the mat, and then press your shoulders back into the mat. Now press your low back, your mid back, and your upper back all the way down into the ground. Keep this engagement here. See if you can breathe. Take one more breath, and then relax and let it go. Now we're going to be moving with control here, moving from the abdomen. So press the belly button back into the spine. On your exhale, allow the knees to fall over towards the left. And your inhale brings the knees up through center. And then the exhale allows the knees to fall over to the right. Again, the inhale brings the knees back through center. And the exhale, the knees fall towards the left. Just moving with control. The inhale brings the knees up through center. And exhale, the knees fall towards the right. And inhale, you come back through to midline. And we'll do that spinal alignment one more time. So begin by bending the elbows, fingertips facing up towards the sky. Start to press the back of the head into the mat while giving yourself a double chin. And press the elbows firmly into the mat. Press the shoulders down. Press the low back, mid back, and upper back firmly down into the mat. Keep this engagement. Keep pressing everything back into the ground. One more breath. And then release. Bring the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. And give yourself a squeeze. Lift the head gently by tucking the chin into the chest and really squeeze everything in. Now release the head back down to the ground. Keep the hands on the shins and just rock from side to side, massaging out the low back. Just warming up into the hips and warming up into the low back here. Good. Now take both feet, put them back on the ground so your knees are still bent. And grab for your strap. You want to take the right knee, bring it into your chest, and take your strap and wrap it around the heel of the foot. So start to kick the heel up towards the ceiling. You do not have to have a straight leg here. You can have a bend in the knee. Or you're going for having a stretch or feeling this in the back of your thigh and maybe in the calf. You do not want to feel anything in the knee. If you feel anything in the knee, bend into the knee more so you can protect the knee. So you're going to kick the heel up towards the sky, elongate the leg and the hip and the right hip, reach the right hip down towards the ground, press the belly button back, shoulders down on the ground, and keep lifting the heel up towards the sky. Continue to breathe here. Good. And now we're just going to open the hip up to the right. So allow the right leg to start to open up towards the right. You don't have to go very far here, just to where you can feel the stretch or some mobility coming into the right hip. So whenever you feel that, you can stop right there and continue to reach the heel up towards the sky or against the strap and continue to elongate the right hip down into the mat. You really want to anchor your left body, especially down into the mat, to give yourself some stability here. Take one more breath, and then release the right foot down to the ground, and we'll switch sides. Left knee comes in towards you. Take the strap and wrap it around the heel of the foot. Begin to kick the heel of the foot up towards the sky. Again, you do not have to have a straight leg here. You really just want to feel this in the back of the thigh and maybe in the calf. Elongate the heel up towards the sky, and then elongate the hip down towards the mat. Belly button is pressing down towards the spine. The shoulders are back. One more breath here. And then we'll start to open up the left leg out towards the left. Whenever you feel that stretch or the mobility in the left hip, you can stop there. You don't have to go all the way down, just wherever you feel it. Now really anchor the right side body down into the mat to give yourself some stability here. And continue to reach the hip down towards the mat. Continue to reach the heel against the strap. See if you can relax the face, relax the shoulders. One more breath. And release the left foot back down to the mat. Good. Now take the soles of the feet together. Knees come out wide. This is a good place to put some blocks or books or blankets underneath the outside of the legs here to give you some more support. Now take one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Close the eyes here. And just notice the breath. Notice what it feels like to lay in the space. And notice if you're breathing more into your chest or more into your abdomen. Now start to send your breath into your abdomen. Really fill up all the way into the belly. And then on your exhale, press the belly button back down towards the spine, expelling the air out of the lungs. Your inhale, really filling all the way up into the abdomen, softening through the abdomen. And your exhale, you're emptying all the air out by pressing the belly button back. And inhale, filling all the way up into the belly. And exhaling all the air out. Good. Now, take your hands and place them on the outsides of the legs and gently close the legs together. You can move your blocks or your blankets out of the way here. And bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug here. And place the head back down on the ground. And then we're going to move the knees in a counterclockwise position. So pulling the knees in towards you, rotating them out towards the right, away from you, towards the left, and bringing them back in towards you. Again, moving with control in a counterclockwise position. Knees come in towards you, out and around and back towards you. Good. One more just like that in this direction. And then we're going to switch directions, so moving clockwise. So towards the left, knees come away from you, knees come towards the right and in towards you. And keep moving this way with engaging the abdomen, squeezing the knees in towards you, gently pushing the knees around in this clockwise position. Good. Then we're going to go for a happy baby. So take the arms in the inside edges of the knees and then grab for the outside edges of the feet. You can stay right here. That may feel like enough. If you want more, you can begin to kick the heels up towards the sky. You'll kick the heels up while pulling the hands in towards the feet. You're going towards bringing the knees into the armpits. You want to keep the shoulders relaxed and on the mat. And keep the low back down on the mat as well. Take one more breath here. And exhale, release. Bring the knees into the chest. Again, give yourself a squeeze. Chest, chin comes into the chest. And then take the hands and bring them to the backs of the thighs. And start to rock and roll up and down the mat. Really massaging the spine. Rolling from the shoulders all the way to the hips. See if you can pause and balance for just a moment at the top, and then rock it back. Good. And then come into a seated position at the top of your mat. In your seated position, you can have a seat on a block if that feels good, or seated on the floor, cross-legged, whatever feels good. So wherever you are, go ahead and make a nice tall spine. Your chin is parallel to the mat, or parallel to the ground. Now shrug the shoulders up and allow them to roll back behind you. Again, shrug your shoulders way up towards your ears and allow them to roll back behind you. One more like that. Shrug the shoulders up and back. Now inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Look up to your fingertips. Exhale with control, bring the hands down through heart center. When you've arrived at heart center, really press the palms into one another. Press the knuckles into one another. And then lift the chest towards the thumbs. Keep your chin parallel to the floor and press the belly button back to the spine. On your inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and then look up to the fingertips. Exhale, hands come through heart center. When you arrive at heart center, press the palms and the knuckles firmly into one another. Lift the chest towards the thumbs and press the belly button back towards the spine. On the inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Gaze up towards the fingers. And with control, on your exhale, hands come through heart center. Palms, knuckles press firmly together. And the chest raises up towards the thumbs. Good. Now relax the hands down. Take the right hand and place it on the right knee. Left hand comes back behind you. Inhale to grow the spine tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Keep the chin in line with the chest to protect the spine. Inhale to grow taller. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper to the left. Really squeeze the ribs in towards the midline and continue to press the belly button back to the spine. One more breath here. And exhale, come through center. We're just gonna switch sides here. So left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand comes back behind you. Inhale to grow the spine tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep the chin in line with the chest. Inhale, the spine grows taller. Exhale, you can twist a little bit deeper. Press the belly button back towards the spine and squeeze the ribs in towards one another. One more breath here. And exhale, come through center. Good. Now, whatever foot you have in front, hard flex that front foot. Grow the spine nice and tall. Maybe you put a block underneath this leg here to give you some more support. And again, nice tall spine, hard flex front foot to protect the knee. Walk the hands out. You should feel a nice deep stretch in the left hip. Gaze is slightly down. The spine is nice and tall. One more breath here. And gently walk the hands back in towards you. And then just switch sides. So the opposite leg is in front now. Again, hard flex the front foot. You can place a block under this knee and grow the spine nice and tall. Exhale, fold over the front leg, walking the hands out. Think nice tall spine, gaze is slightly down. And breathe, just opening up through the right hip or left hip, whichever one you have, whichever foot you have in front. And when you're ready, start to walk the hands back in towards you into your seated position. And that completes our sequence for today for beginners yoga for mobility.